what was the first thing you started talking about on YouTube?
I think I was talking about issues involving bunny boots, and you probably have no idea who that is. He was a First Amendment auditor out of Alaska. Nice guy, awesome guy. I think he's a cool dude. Um, a bit of a checkered past, but I mean, whatever. You know, he's a good dude, and I liked his style. I liked his the substance of his audits. A lot of these there's in my estimation, there's two kinds of First Amendment auditors. There's the ones who are true believers, and then there's the ones who are in it for the money. And I
Mm.
think you could tell a difference between the two of them. And just because somebody makes money doing it doesn't mean they're doing it for the money. And just because someone's not making money doing it doesn't mean that they're not doing it for the money. Uh, but like I think Bunny Boots, I think was doing it because he's a true believer. Jeff Gray, I think, does it because he's a true believer. Uh, so I like their style. For a long time, Earl Worden had me believing that he was a true believer. Um, but he's an excellent liar, and it took me a while to put the pieces together.
Hmm. Okay. So how many auditors have you followed, and what percentage of them are quote unquote true believers?
Uh, Very few of them, I think, are true believers. Mexican Padilla was a true believer. He burned out real quick. Uh, Turner, Philip Turner I think he's a true believer. He spent a lot of money to fight Turner v. Driver. He spent a lot of money to fight Turner v. Driver. And you don't do that. You don't sink that kind of money into something if you're not a true believer. If you look like you can really tell the difference between the true believers and the not, because when they get arrested and then all of a sudden they got a civil suit and it comes down to the wire, the guy who takes the settlement, probably not a true believer. The guy who pushes it to make case law and spends his own money to do it and then stops once he has the case law and doesn't try to push it on to some sort of a final cash grab, probably a true believer. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Interesting. Interesting. Like, so how many of these auditors have you seen change law, go through the appeals process to try to get something changed their way?
Change law. See, I don't think Turner v. Driver changed law. I think he solidified it, and I think he removed the qualified immunity defense that was available in the Fifth Circuit. But I don't think that changed the law. Um,
Well,
I,
removing an ability to use qualified immunity is a change now.
you sure the it's now been clarified by the Fifth Circuit, but they didn't change the law. They just clarified it. So now it's unambiguous. Now all the police are on notice. That's one thing that drives me nuts when I hear people like Jeff Gray. They're like I'm putting you on notice, and I'm telling you that you can't do this, and now you don't have qualified immunity anymore. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way, bro. Like, come on, like do a little bit of research on this.